Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is ZULAIKHA binti ZULKIFLI. For today's video, I'm going to present about the introduction of ocean acidification. What is ocean acidification? Ocean acidification is a process when carbon dioxide concentration in the atmosphere are fast growing as a result from the human activity, and this will cause dramatic changes in the marine carbonate chemistry as carbon dioxide dissolution lower the pH of the seawater. As we can see from the picture, the process starts from the CO2 dissolved in the seawater. It will produce carbonic acid. This rise in the hydrogen ion concentration results in a decrease in the pH, whereas reducing CO3 results in a decrease in calcium carbonate saturation state. In that case, corals will lose skeletal density throughout the tropics as a result of rising acidification. For instance, by 2100, in the hardest hit Indo-Pacific region, which include Malaysia, iconic coral reefs inside the so-called Coral Triangle. On the other hand, ocean acidification is a global problem that affects all of the world ocean as well as coastal, estuary, and also stream. For your information, Food and Agriculture Organization (FOA) stated that Indian Ocean and Asia accounted for more than 90% of global marine aquaculture production, producing a major trait of contributing significantly to the socio-economic well-being of one of the world's densest population. That's all from me, thank you. Let's move on to the next presenter.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is MUHAMAD AIMAN and I will proceed with the sources of the problem. As we know, 97% of water found in the earth is found in the ocean. So it is important to keep the ocean safe to use to all the people. The level acid in the ocean increase. One of the major sources is through the carbon dioxide, but this carbon dioxide comes into several different ways. One of the ways is through the burning fossil fuels. As we know, the population of human increase year by year, and also the production of vehicle also increase year by year due to human population. So the more people use their vehicles, the more they release carbon dioxide gas into the atmosphere, and this will cause the level acid increase in the ocean. My next point is through the agricultural activities. Some of the farmers use unsuitable methods such as using fertilizer that have excessive nitrogen, and then the nitrogen will react in the soil turn into nitrate, and then when the rain comes, the nitrate will flush away to the ocean, and that will increase the level acid in the ocean. My next point is through the acid rain. The factory nowadays kind of release their dangerous gas into the atmosphere, and then the gases will react with the carbon dioxide in the cloud, and then will produce acid rain that will enter the ocean, and that's how the level of acid increase in the ocean. That's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Muhammad IZZUL. So I'm going to explain on the effect of ocean acidification. So for the effect, we can classify into two, which is the first one is impact on the ecosystem, and the second one is impact on human society. So for the first one, due to the acidification, the key product of the seawater, which is carbonate, has been depleted. So this depletion make the marine organism to have the difficulty to produce skeleton and shells, and the existing skeleton and shell also started to dissolve. So the next one is pH value. So nowadays the seawater pH value is very extremely changeable. However, the organism have the ability to adapt with the a wide range of pH value. But the problem with the ocean acidification is it is a long-term phenomenon and it's come with the risk of exposure of lifetime towards the low pH level. So for the second class, which is the impact on human society, the human will absolutely affected when the ecosystem is changed. So because humans are reliant on them, so the socio-economic of a country also will be changed. So the example of the socio-economic is the first one is food. So this acidification will affect the food security. The second one is coastal protection. The marine organism such as coral will protect the shoreline from destroyed due to the storm. So without this marine organism, the shoreline will absolutely destroyed. So the third one is tourism. As we know, the beauty of the marine will attract a lot of tourists. Without this beautifulness, the number of tourists will decreases, and this will impact the tourism industry of a country. And the last socioeconomic is carbon storage and climate change. The capacity of ocean to absorb carbon dioxide will be decreased as the acidification increase. Therefore, more acidic ocean will less effective to monitoring the climate change. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is FARAH. So next, I will continue the presentation to the part of how to control ocean acidification. The first source of problem is CO2 emission from fossil fuel burning. As we know, fossil fuel burning mainly comes from vehicle. One of the steps to reduce CO2 emission from vehicle is we need to start practicing carpooling. Due to the research from SMART, 70 to 190 million metric tons of carbon dioxide emission can be reduced by doing carpooling. The next problem is acid flow from acidic soil caused by fertilizer to the ocean. We can counter this problem by adding limestone to the soil. With the right type and amount of limestone, we can correct the deficiency and properly adjust the pH. Lastly, we can solve the problem of acid rain which fall into the ocean by enforcing the rules. The authorities need to do periodic monitoring to each manufacturer or industry who has high tendency to release NO2 and SO2 gases, which will lead to acid rain. For the example, the authorities can monitor the type of filter that been using, whether it is following the spec or not. So that's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is ATHIRA binti ABDUL and I'm going to conclude for this topic. As a conclusion, ocean acidification is now become a worldwide environmental threat. This problem affects all of the world's oceans, including coastal estuaries and also rivers. Ocean acidification is mainly caused by emissions of carbon dioxide as a result of human activities such as burning fossil fuels, agricultural activities, and industrial activities. There are few effects that has been determined, which are marine organisms and ecosystem. Ocean acidification also can affect humans because humans are rely on marine ecosystems such as food and other economic resources. Other than that, there are few countermeasures that can prevent ocean acidifications, which are reduce the amount of carbon dioxide emissions by carpooling. For agricultural, this problem can be solved by adding a limestone into the soil and use organic fertilizer. Last but not least, enforcement of control pollution laws and regulations need to be employed in order to monitoring industrial activities. Thank you.